Part 2 of how my mother got hit by a speeding car. I went to the hospital. She had scratches, bruises, and a broken pelvis. So that means she couldn't walk. My mother is traumatized from hospitals, doctors, any surgeries. So her getting this surgery was just like, okay, now I'm ready to get out of this hospital. And the reason being because she was caught in the crossfire and she had a gunshot wound to her right eye. So a lot of surgeries was performed in the hospital and she's just so traumatized. But that was years ago. I think in like 1992. But fast forward to 2021. Days later, she get out the hospital. She was transported to my car in a wheelchair. And after that, I had to figure it out. Her health insurance wasn't in New York. I had to order her a wheelchair and that was paid for out of pocket. My mother couldn't walk. My mother couldn't use the bathroom. She couldn't even shower. She couldn't cook herself nothing to eat. I was still trying to process this because at the end of the day, I had to take care of my kids and go to work. And just knowing that my mother couldn't even do the simple task as going to the bathroom on her own and someone had to be with her all the time. Summer was ending. Now it was time for my siblings to go back to school. So now my mother had to go back home and travel back to the state that she lived in with the wheelchair. I should have let her just stay with me because everything just went downhill after that. My younger siblings, which was in high school at the time, had to take care of my mother. And then it became difficult for them because they had to go to school, come home, and then help out my mother. Then I began to make a lot of phone calls from New York to my mother's state where she lived at to make sure that she get the assistance that she needed. And that was very difficult because nobody would answer the phone or they didn't know what I was talking about or they just was giving me false information. It was very, very difficult. I just started to just get very frustrated. She finally started to get a little bit better and started, coming out the wheelchair and walking. Then one day my siblings called me like, Keisha, someone called me and told me that mommy passed out by the store. So now they had to rush to her and see what was going on with her. In my head, I'm like, why is she passing out? Like, what is happening? She goes back to the hospital. They had to keep her in the hospital for a couple of days. Her wound had got infected. Every time she went to the hospital, she just wanted to go home. And I didn't blame her from all the trauma that she experienced with hospital surgery, and it was always something new. I would have to get on the phone and speak to my mother and convince her that it was going to be okay and that they are there to help her. My mother didn't listen to nobody. The only person she would listen to is me. I eventually went to go get my mother so she could stay with me so I could take care of her. In 2024, she got diagnosed with sarcoidosis. So stay tuned for part 3.